Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Everybody.
I want red. I like red. How are you guys doing?
Hello.
Oh, Crystal's wearing her t-shirt today.
Oh, that's fun.
That's awesome.
I wish that we could see her.
Yeah, totally.
I wish, I
Nice
wish we could just do
background.
a massive, huge Zoom call. Like massive, huge Zoom call. Then we'd have a Zoom party.
Edith just got her t-shirt today. We hope you like it, Edith.
Oh,
We hope it works out well
exciting.
for you.
Yeah.
It's adorable.
We didn't have kid stuff to even wear. I'm so hot, and I ordered a tank top, but it's not here yet. And you ordered a t-shirt, and it's not here yet.
No, I just had a sweatshirt.
Yeah.
I only had a sweatshirt, and it is hot. So
yeah, it's hot.
I need to update the
Pitbull
wardrobe.
Advocates of America doesn't have air conditioning. Pitbull Advocates of No Air Conditioning of America.
Correct. Yeah.
Hot as stuff here.
It's hot as stuff. Not what I thought you were going to say. Hold it together. Hi, Amy. Hi, Sharon. Sharon commented on the nice background.
Oh, in our new podcast studio.
What? You guys see the microphones?
Check it out. We got some microphones here, some headphones, and a mixing audio interface. All things that we're still learning how to use and to make it an awesome podcast for you all. So we're still a couple of weeks away on the podcast. I handmade these panels though, and it was hard.
Yeah, you did a really good job though. I mean, they fit where they're supposed to.
My OCD came in handy.
Yeah,
I had to redo a couple of panels.
I believe that too.
Yeah, it was a challenge.
We probably would not have worked well for that project because I just would have been like, it was fine, just tape them. Fine. Who cares if there's a crack?
When I put this one up, I almost wanted to redo it because of the gap in between those two.
Oh.
You see it? And so I shaded it in with Sharpie. Do you see the black Sharpie in between those? Okay. Yes, because I couldn't take it. I was like, I have to redo this whole thing. And I'm like, I'm not redoing this whole panel. This is ridiculous. No one's going to know. And I just told everyone. I just told 24 people. Now I'm going to have to redo it.
You're on another level, dude. That's
It's not great. It's really not great. No. Hey, so it's nighttime now, and hopefully a lot of folks aren't at work.
Right.
And so maybe you could start a watch party. Do you want to put that banner up?
Sure.
You figure out how to. You just go to banners. And then do you see it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta hit the show button.
Hit it again. You need to. There you go.
Your computer's so weird. Start a watch party.
There you go. Yeah.
Or share.
That was kind of hard to do at 4 o'clock because maybe if you were home, your friends were at work.
Yeah.
But now, unless you have a lot of second shift friends, people comment. You can just click it with your finger.
Oh, you've got a touch screen.
I do.
Oh, Courtney got her stickers last week.
Oh, that's fun too.
Dude, we're dark.
That's super duper fun.
Are we dark to everybody?
What?
Oh, we're tan. Never mind. Angela.
Oh.
Angela, thank you. I thought she meant like she couldn't see us because of the light. It's been a day, guys.
We have the beautiful sunbeam coming down.
We do have a beautiful sunbeam.
Everyone can see us. Do you want to announce some raffle prize winners?
Sure.
Are we allowed to drink alcohol in this, or do I have to drink out of the water cup?
Our alcohol is out of
I have two things: water and booze. I'm trying to decide which one I could drink.
Gotta keep hydrated. So yes, her t-shirt is Kaylin Esky. I believe you were contacted. I actually think I sent that t-shirt out already. Yeah. You did?
Yes.
You emailed me. Yeah.
Yes,
that was last week. We were on top of it.
We were super on top.
So Kaylin, you should receive your shirt pretty soon. I'm super excited.
Very exciting.
The weekly raffle is Dawn Wallenstein. So if you're watching Dawn W, you won. No, Tana. Thank you, Angela. Thank you for clarifying. We appreciate that. Yes, Dawn, congratulations. So you won.
Kaylin, so thank you.
Oh, yay!
Right, yeah.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, Kaylin. So Dawn won the last weekly raffle, which is a whole bunch of stuff for you and your pooch. So congratulations.
Wine tumblers in that thing. Red, white, and blue ones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and those two really cute. I think they're Brittany Farina's, right? Prince, yeah.
Yeah, the framed one. Awesome, congratulations. And then the monthly raffle, which was the Kate Spade black bag. That is Sarah Pevla.
I don't know.
We're gonna go with that. She's from Oregon.
Pleva.
Pleva.
P-L-E.
P-L-E.
Pleva.
What was I saying?
Pevla. You put the L someplace else. It's P-L-E-V-A.
Yeah.
Pleva?
We're not entirely sure, but Sarah P from Oregon, you won.
Yeah.
So we'll be contacting Sarah and Dawn shortly to claim their prizes.
We will.
Yes. So thank you guys so much for participating in the raffles, the monthly raffle and the weekly raffle. We do appreciate your support as always. We are going to take a short break from that, or a break from that, to give you all a little bit of a break because we do appreciate your donations.
Yeah, we do.
So that's wrapped up with the raffle.
We do. Yeah. So enjoy all your prizes. That's very fun. Very exciting. Very exciting.
Are we still giving away a t-shirt?
Yeah, I think we should absolutely. Do you?
Sure.
Think so? I think we should.
So.
Sorry. I think it's live. It's live. I don't even think anyone else probably even knew that happened.
Well, that was a long pause.
Anyway.
Comment for a t-shirt is what she's trying to say.
Comment for a t-shirt if you would like one. If you've already won a t-shirt, it's going to be one t-shirt per person.
Yes, absolutely.
So if you want your friend to win a t-shirt, they're going to have to tune in while we're live. If you're watching this recorded, you got to come back while we're live and comment during the show to be entered in to win a Triple Advocacy of America t-shirt. Not like anything that we have on today. It's very fun. Tina won a t-shirt.
Gina did win a t-shirt. Yes,
she did. Yes, she did. So we're varying our topics each week, and we're kind of trying to touch on some of the things that we're going to be talking about in our podcast, and just kind of giving you a little preview, let's say, of the things that we're going to be talking about in our podcast. Our podcast is going to be like 45 minutes long, though, so we're definitely going to take a lot deeper dives into some of the things that we've been talking about. I'm hot and I'm really unprofessional this evening. I'm sorry, but we're going to talk about a big topic tonight, and it's something that we've been asked to do at least a really long, good podcast on, or several podcasts on, and that is the saying that we've all heard a million times over when we're talking about pit bull type dogs, and that maybe a lot of you are still saying, and that is okay, because tonight you're going to learn something, hopefully, as to why you might not want to say it, which is it's all in how they're raised, right? Yeah, it's all in how they're raised. I actually just heard this in a phone conversation that I was on yesterday.
I hear it often, almost every time that I talk to somebody about pit bull type dogs. My air conditioner broke, as we all remember from last week. The air conditioner guy came in. He has a pit bull. He was like, "Yeah, they're great. It's all in how they're raised."
Yeah, except that it's not.
No, it's not at all. And I know that well-meaning advocates say that to kind of deflect or as a defense mechanism or something. I'm not entirely sure why, but that could not be further from the truth, because it is not all in how they're raised. So if you take anything away from us talking, just please know that that is not true, and you should really stop saying that when you're advocating for pit bull type dogs.
Right.
I'll tell you why.
Right.
So first of all, it's not all in how they're raised. They are absolutely amazing and resilient and tolerant. Our pitties are absolutely amazing. Yeah. However, you do a huge disservice to every single adult dog. Or
I have to interrupt really quick. Do you see Courtney's comment?
Oh, yes! This is what I've been saying forever, and we are in a minor disagreement about. But
Courtney Mixon, you get a t-shirt.
You do get a t-shirt.
Bam! Yeah. I will be contacting you after the show. T-shirt for Courtney.
I love the saying, it's all in how they're treated, managed, and trained in the moment that matters, which is a lot of words.
It's much more than the 6 words that we've been saying for decades.
Yes. And I don't know if the general public will understand what how they're managed means. Like, what does that even
yeah.
even me, like how
Right.
they're managed. I know what it means, but
And in
I
the
also do this for a
moment,
living.
you know, it's just there's a lot of room, there's a lot of wiggle room in there for
There's a
people
ton of
to
wiggle
either
room.
misunderstand or not have a different idea of what we're saying.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like we really need to be careful on that rebuttal. But I think that the most important part is when you're advocating, you understand that that phrase does adult dogs a huge disservice, because you have millions of adult dogs in shelters right now that are absolutely perfect, that were raised poorly, but are fantastic, great adult dogs. You also have dogs that were raised fine, like there was nothing wrong with how they were raised, and they could still be considered aggressive or bad dogs.
Yes.
Like Tank's the perfect example. Like I raised him fine. He's a big resource guarder. Like he's got an issue there. So I mean, I didn't do anything wrong, but people could still say that he's not a great dog.
Yeah. I had to have a really heartbreaking conversation with a couple a few weeks ago that you could tell from the way that they talked about their dog, and the way that they were so heartbroken by the fact that he was having some really serious mental issues and some really serious aggression issues. And the mom, she said, I feel like I failed him. I feel, and I said, whoa, like, you could just tell that these folks had done everything in their power to try to be really good, really great owners.
Right.
And sometimes mentally,
genetics play a huge role. Like you cannot discount genetics and early life experiences. Like I don't know how long that couple had their dog for, but depending on what happened in early puppyhood, that potentially has the ability to shape the dog for the rest of their life.
Oh yeah, those first weeks, much less those first months.
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, there's so many variables there that putting a blanket statement like it's all in how they're raised really does more harm than good.
Yeah, it's a hard thing. Did you already say about what it does for shelter dogs, or were you going to?
I just did,
Okay, I didn't know if you really touched on like.
But if not,
I
think it did briefly.
Okay.
Because it does a disservice to all the adult dogs sitting in shelters.
Right.
Because then if people hear that over and over again, they're like, well, I don't want an adult dog because I don't know how that dog was raised. And if that dog wasn't raised appropriately, it's a bad dog.
Yeah.
So it's not true at all. So we, again, do more harm than good.
Wisconsin is a hotbed. So depending on where you guys are watching from, Wisconsin is a hotbed for puppies. Yeah. Hot. Oh man.
Everybody wants
we just want puppies here. Oh my goodness. We don't want to have anything but puppies.
Because we want to raise them right.
You go, heck yeah,
Right.
we do.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that we know how they're raised, because we want to ensure the fact that we're going to get a dog out of this, and that's going to be viable in society, whatever. You go to California, and man, they're like adult dog happy. Like they're adult dog crazy, like they have a hard time peddling puppies there. Yeah, because no one wants to touch a puppy with a 10-foot pole because they know that they have no idea what they're actually getting. And that no matter how they take care of them, they could end up with these issues that they have no idea.
Yeah, I tell everybody that I'm doing meet and greets with that want to adopt a puppy, it's like a blanket statement that I say all the time. It's like, I cannot guarantee the temperament and behavior of this dog when it matures. Like I can't. Like the dog that you see in front of you now may not be anything like the dog that you end up with. Anxiety issues may pop up. Random dog aggression may pop up. Resource guarding may pop up. Like you just necessarily don't know.
Right.
I mean, there are steps that you can do to prevent it, and to pad them and to really give them good socialization so stuff doesn't happen, but it's not necessarily,
like you said before, you can do every single thing right, and it can just be the dog, and there's nothing, it's just not, it's just not at all in your control, really. So it's really important. A lot of people ask us, then what do I say? So we have the 6 easy words. right? You know, it's all in how they're raised. It's all in how they're raised. It's all in how they're raised. It's super easy, rolls off the tongue. We're used to it. It's been decades. At some point, we're going to come up with an absolute killer response. We're 12 years in and we haven't come up with it yet, but I feel it coming. I feel it coming. But I think that even though we live in this really fast society and we want everything to come quick and we want our answers to be short and we get a little bit uncomfortable maybe when we have to talk a little bit longer, right now that's really what we need to do with this topic. So, you know, someone, oh, you know, I really like pit bull type dogs, or I really like your pit bull, you know, they're really good dogs. It's just, it's all in how they're raised. And, you know, you can just really easily say, you know, well, it's not.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
That's not necessarily true. There are several factors and variables. And it's not a black and white issue. Like there's a lot of gray in dogs and dog behavior. Like it's not this or that necessarily. It's varied.
Right. There's some cool stuff that you can say. You know, pit bulls are known to be really loyal. They're known to be, you know, they're known to be really strong. They're known to be really resilient. You know, you can say things like that too. You know, you can highlight some of the good qualities that a lot of these dogs perceived as pit bulls have.
Yeah.
You know,
and everyone who says that phrase is very well meaning. Like
totally.
they always, like it's always in the defense of the dogs.
Right.
You know, like they do mean well. It's just, I think as a person who doesn't necessarily know, if they hear that phrase in relation to pit bull type dogs and then they go into a shelter and they see a 2-year-old dog, they may be like, I don't know in how they're raised. And I heard that pit bulls, with pit bulls specifically, it's all in how they're raised. So I see that 2-year-old, I think I'm going to pass on that one. So again, I know that it's well-meaning, but we do a disservice to the dogs that we love so much when we say that.
2, 3, 4, 5. All those dogs.
Oh my gosh.
You know, and then you get into seniors and then that's, you know, then they have that they weren't raised, they don't know how they were raised and that they're seniors. That's just so hard. That's just so hard. One of the best examples of this, so sometimes when I'm advocating, instead of having just a little quick statement or whatever, sometimes I have a story. And usually I feel like stories are really absorbed by people. Yeah. Especially people that are even more afraid. I feel like they really gravitate and hang on to stories. So one of the best examples of this, and you don't have to have this personal story yourself, you can have this story and take it with you, is dog fighting dogs. This is just the best example of it's not all in how they're raised. I've worked with some of the most deepest rooted dogfighting dogs ever in the history of this country, and dogs that were only bred and only raised for one thing and for one thing only, and that was dogfighting. Never as a companion, never as any other thing other than either breeding or actual dogfighting. And these dogs, so many of them are, people would ask me all the time, like, you know, what were they like when you first got there, when you first got to the bus, what were they like? And it's like, they were a dog. Yeah. They were a dog. They were a dog. They wanted love. They wanted to be pet. They wanted to get out of their crate and run around. They wanted to learn what toys were. They wanted to learn what love was. They wanted to learn just how to dog and just how to chill and hang out. And there was a lot of dogs, like at the Missouri 500, which is a population of around 500 dogs. There was a large percentage of those dogs that needed very little rehabilitation.
I totally agree with that.
Very, very little. They were just ready. They were just ready for the next step of their life. You know, a lot of dogs, not all dogs, a lot of dogs don't carry baggage.
Right, absolutely.
A lot of dogs leave the past in the past.
They're incredibly resilient, and I feel like sometimes we don't give them enough credit. I feel like a lot of the times we use their past as a crutch or as an explanation. And while sometimes that can be the case, I feel like a lot of times it's not. You know, like, there's a dog.
Yeah.
Bubs is a great example of that. I don't know how many of you watching know about a dog that we had a couple years ago named Bubbles. Amazing dog. Bubbles, like a pit bull type dog named Bubbles. Amazing. Fits her perfectly. And she was found in a home of somebody that was fighting dogs, and she didn't care. Like, she didn't care. Like, she was awesome.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
So happy. So that is a really good point, though, that, like, dogs do
so
good
happy
stuff
to get into a good situation.
Yes, where she's treated, managed, and trained appropriately.
Yes. So already a great dog, even though she wasn't raised necessarily to be a great dog, and just ready to just step into that role now of being managed and trained and cared for and loved in the appropriate ways. So I wish that we could give you a better, shorter version of something, but I think that sometimes this is just one of those topics that as advocates we just really need to be ready, mentally prepared that this is going to be a little bit of a conversation, and don't be afraid of those conversations because they can turn into all, other things too. And I've definitely brought up the dog fighting angle before, and then people have said, oh my gosh, like you've known a dog fighting dog, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, of course, yes, absolutely. So
Right.
we all have our different areas that we're really strong in advocacy from our own experiences and our own stories. So being able to have a little bit of a conversation can lead into other things. And before you know it, you've got someone that is going to email you months down the road, and they're like, oh my gosh, I just got my first pit. I went to the shelter and I saw this dog and it looked like a pit bull and I love it and I'm never going to get anything else. And you did that. You did that. And they say, and he's 3. And I don't care because I can tell that he, it's just, he's going to be the light of my life. And I know now that it's not all in how they were raised, so I wasn't afraid to go and get this 3-year-old dog or 4-year-old dog.
Look at Sarah, TMT, treated, managed, trained. Thank you, Sarah.
Yes, it is TMT.
Dynamite.
TMT, but
I think that,
yeah, it's
catchy a little bit.
Yes. You put it to a tune now.
Thank you. And I'll never forget it now either. Sorry, folks.
I am, just so you know, much too far away from the computer today to be able to read most of your comments because my old eyes don't even work with glasses on. So I'm going to have to go back. I see that we've gotten a lot of really, what I'm sure are some really, really great comments, though, and some really great perspective. And I can't wait to go back and read what you guys are all saying. And we're just so happy that you tuned in and that, found the time to,
thank you guys.
Yeah.
You rock.
To make us part of your evening. Somebody thinks we're funny. That's pretty great. Did you see the funny thing just pop up on the top? The laughing emoji just popped up.
I don't know if we're as funny as we think we are, though.
Probably not. Probably not even close. It is okay.
Because we think
because we're entertained. We're entertained. We always have a great 30 minutes with you guys, whether you like it or not. And the thing gets hundreds of views and it gets some laughy comments. I mean, hey, that's awesome. I love it. So much. We are really looking forward, though, to using the studio for what it's actually meant for, and getting some podcasts together for you all to listen to, so that you can go about your day and you can listen whenever you're heading somewhere, whenever you're cooking dinner, whenever you're taking a shower, I don't know, whatever you're doing that you listen to when you're at the gym. If you go to the gym.
Well, I mean, you could do a gym in your house.
So scary. Yes. I'm really bad at home gym stuff. Really bad. Okay. So anyway.
Oh, Courtney, sorry. Got really excited. Somebody commented.
I thought you had a question.
No. She said this is my first live with y'all.
I see some y'alls. So where are you from, Courtney? Don't hang up yet.
I think, didn't you say?
Oh, I missed that. If you did
I
say
don't
Courtney, I
remember.
apologize.
Oh, wait, I do remember.
You do? But now you're not sure.
Yeah, but she's far away
wait.
from us. She's far away.
Well, yeah, we don't y'all up here very much. So yeah, we bubbler. We bubbler up here. Nobody bubblers. You know that, right? They drink out of water fountains.
Yeah, I know. I was in North Carolina and I was like, "Where's the bubbler?" And they looked at me like I was insane. And I was like, "What? The bubbler? Like it's a thing? Like water comes from it? They're like the water fountain?" I'm like, "No, water fountain is where you go like toss the penny in,
make a wish."
Yeah, you don't drink out of a water fountain.
Yes.
Weirdos.
Yes.
Where's she
Arkansas?
from?
Arkansas.
Little Rock,
Okay.
Arkansas.
Excellent.
She's fighting BSL in Little Rock, Arkansas. Good for you, Courtney.
Good for you. Email me, please.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. I would love to talk about that with you. I love talking about breed-specific legislation. Absolutely. That would be really fun.
Yeah, and I'd be interested in how she found us.
We'll ask her. She's watching.
Courtney, how did you find us?
How'd you find us?
Because this is her first live with us all.
Nice. With us all. We keep getting more and more bumper sticker requests from people that are seeing bumper stickers. So you guys that have bumper stickers and have them on your car, you are doing awesome advocacy, and we are getting more and more requests from people who saw a bumper sticker on a vehicle. I'm so excited about that. That makes me so happy. It does. It makes me so happy.
A Facebook post.
Sweet. Very good. Awesome.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. All right. Are we good?
I think we're good. Did we hit the point though? It is not all in how they're raised.
Not. Oh my gosh, it's not even close to how they're raised. It's not even close. Yeah.
So no. No more. No more of that in our advocacy. We need to elevate our advocacy. We need to do better for the dogs that we love so much.
Yeah. Yeah, we need more advocates and better advocacy.
Yeah, buddy.
That's what we need. So, future podcast coming though, where we will really take a little bit of a deeper dive into this topic, as well as many others.
Yeah, we've got like what, 40 you said?
I think right around. Yes, I can't stop now. I'm like, oh wait, what about that? Oh wait, what about that?
There are so many topics to discuss.
There are. We should have started writing them down 2 years ago. When we would have our conversations and be like, we didn't really let more people know about this.
We've said we should record our conversations for years. Yeah.
Not long. Before we really even knew about podcasting, really. Right. The podcast idea wasn't until last fall. So
Edith, are you talking about a bumper sticker? I think you are. If so, you can go to our website and on the home page, there's a bumper sticker link. You can click that and then you just fill out your request form to get one and we'll send one to you. So it's super easy. Yep.
You'll have it in a couple days. Yeah. Yep. We get them out as soon as we get the requests in, as fast as we can. So
sweet.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
Have a good night.
Have a really good night. Bye.
And you know how to work your computer.